head down to Laposa South. I'm on Central or 95, and I'm crossing over Kuhn Street. To my right is Tyson Wells, and we're going to head south. Laposa West and Laposa North are 0.4 miles from town, so if you want to be close to town, those are the two areas to be in. So if you're thinking of maybe walking into town or riding a bike into town, those two spots, Laposa North and Laposa West, are your best bet, because it's not that far away for Laposa South. But if you can see here, there's really not much of a shoulder on this road, and the speed limit's 55 here, and people often go faster than that. There are a lot of big trucks on this road coming up from Yuma. I see frequently semis, so it would be kind of a dangerous thing to be riding your bike a long distance on this road. And we are coming up here. I can see the brown sign for Laposa South ahead. I'm at 1.8 miles or 1.9, and I just saw the sign. It's going to be a left-hand turn up here. And also, Laposa Tyson's Wash is to the right here. But to the left here is Laposa South. And I'm going to show you exactly what you do when you get here. You're going to either be purchasing a 2-week pass for $40 or a season pass, which is good for the whole season, for $180. I'm going to be purchasing a pass for the season. So if you don't know what you're doing, you could get confused. You might think you need to stop here. You don't need to stop here. That little shack is where we're going to pay. But what you do is you pull your rig into this parking lot and park. Right? When it's busy, there'll be quite a few rigs here, but you pull over here and park. So here you go. You walk up to the little shack here, like I'm doing. And you go and you ask this and tell this nice lady you'd like to she's waving, to buy a permit. I'd like to buy a season permit, please. And what she'll do is we'll fill out some forms. I'll pay her, and she'll tell me what the rules are, and she'll give me a copy of the rules. Okay, now I have my permit. Once you buy your permit, they'll come out and they'll stick it on your car for you. And there's one for your car. If you have a car and a trailer like me, there's one for the car, one for the trailer. They'll stick it on for you. So I bought a season pass. And so now we'll go in and find a place to camp. And that's a big question people have. Where can I camp? Well, there's some rules. One thing to keep in mind, if you don't have a self-contained unit with its own bathroom and everything, you have to park within 500 feet of a vault or pit toilet. And as we go along, they're all over the place out here. I'll point them out to you. There was one near the entrance behind us. I don't think got on camera. Up here on the right they call that the Blue Boy station. So if you have those plastic containers that you put your black water in to dump, you can take it here. And so no RVs or anything, just the Blue Boy dump station. That's right here on the right. Now, where can I camp? Really, you can camp anywhere out here in the area that you want. The rule is you must be 15 feet away from someone else's camp. That's the rule. Now, there's rules and there's etiquette. The rule is 15 feet. But if there's a bunch of friends camping together kind of in a circle and you pull your rig within 15 feet of them, it's legal, but it's rude. When you camp with other people, if you don't know the other people, you can ask. Some people are a little shy about asking, can I camp with you? You might pull up to a bunch of rigs together or someone standing outside. You could just roll down your window and say, hey, I'm new, I don't know anybody. Do you have any suggestions of where I could camp? And if they want you to camp with them, they'll say, camp with us. If they want you to camp someplace else, they'll point over, well, over there looks like a good spot for you. So there's no embarrassment involved. Now, look up here on the right. Now, the 15 mile per hour speed here, and you want to be pretty strict about that. We all want to be safe, right? So we see a vault toilet, and we see a couple cars and vans. You just need to be 500 feet from that vault toilet if you just have a car or a van, or you're just tent camping. So as you drive around, you'll see these vault toilets in many, many different places. And there's a little map you can get in the office that tells you where everything is. So I'm going straight all the way to the end of the pavement, because at the end of the pavement are some facilities, meaning the first thing we're going to go through is where we can dump our garbage, the dumpsters, and the dump station for your rigs. You know, you don't do a blue boy and you just dump out of your rig. That's up here on the right. And let me tell you, if you come here in December or January, the line starts right about here for the dump station, and you can wait hours to dump during high season here. High season again, towards the middle of December on through the end of January. It is busy here, and you'll see rigs just single file going back a half a mile, because the dump stations are up on the right here. And we're going to pass the dumpsters right here. There's that little car is coming from there. You see to the left there's two dumpsters, and you drive up that little hill between the two dumpsters. You stop and you throw your trash in. It's as simple as that. To the right of the cones is the entrance to the dump station. There are two people there. And to the left here, I'll do a drive-by there, is it's not very well marked, but this is where the fresh water is. And, you know, you'll hear people saying, oh, the water's terrible here. It's got minerals in it. It smells funny. I don't know about minerals, but it sure doesn't smell funny to me. It seems perfectly fine. There's a guy filling up, looks like about a 55-gallon drum of water. There are no limits to the water. There's a couple fill in their containers. So that is the water. And I'm going back on, we've reached the end of the hard pack. And there's another vault toilet on my left here. I have a particular place that I'm going because I'm camping with friends, but I wanted to drive you through here, and you could be pulling off anywhere around here and finding a place to camp. You can be as close to people as you want or as far away as you want. This goes on, there's tons of room here, and you can be alone or you can be in little communities. Now, some of you may have heard about a gathering called the Lit Cactus. It started last year, and I think it's back on Google Maps. And they have events like campfires where they invite people to the Lit Cactus campfires. And the way to find out is there's a Facebook page called the Lit Cactus. Join that, you'll find the events. And that is, see the rocks here that are orange and stacked? That marks where the Lit Cactus is, and it's, you go back to the left here, and that's where the Lit Cactus is. Now, I think if you kind of go straight through a few washes here, you get to the Magic Circle, and that is the nudist camping spot. Not the newest, the nudist camping spot. And you will find there are all sorts of roads kind of twisting through here. One of the things you got to be careful of is there are washes. A wash is like a gully. It's a part of the desert topography where water drains. and some of the roads go over washes, and they're big dips, and there are ones that are large and ones that are small. There are ones that are RV friendly, and there are ones not so much. So you got to be careful. And one thing you don't want to do is come here and look at night after sundown and try to either, well, definitely you don't want to do it and to find a place to camp in dark. And even if you have a place to camp and you go to town and you come back at night, trust me, everything looks different, and you can get very frustrated very quickly, and it may not be very much fun. You can get lost. And how do I know this? Yours truly has done it. I actually went to a campfire at the Lit Cactus. I drove my truck over there and went to go back to my... It's a little easier during the day, but you know, you can still get turned around very easily. After a while, if you're here for a long time, you begin to recognize specific rigs and campsites become landmarks. But when you come here at the start of a new season, most of the rigs are different. So it's not that easy.